deadliest martial arts. Taking on the challenge of mastering a martial art form takes time, dedication, diligence, and above all, strength. But it's not always the physical strength. This is about the balance of both mental and physical strengthening capabilities being honed and practiced in order to master the challenging world of martial arts. Some of the skills and abilities that are learned through these martial art forms can be deadlier than you ever would have imagined. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. If you haven't already done so, high kick that subscribe button so you can stay up to date on every new and surprising upload. Let's put skills and might to the test and go deep into 7 of the deadliest martial arts. Number 7. Krav Maga. Krav Maga is a military fighting system that was developed with a main focus being self-defense. It is its own recipe of fighting style gumbo with mixtures of judo, wrestling, karate, and aikido. This isn't a charging or aggressive style of fighting, but it brings sheer detrimental repercussions to those who are on the opposite position. With the structure of the fighting style being centered around real-world situations, this gives it its breath of life as a formidable defense. It was derived from the street fighting experience of Hungarian-Israeli martial artist Emil Lichtenfeld, who then made use of his training as a boxer and wrestler while defending the Jewish quarter against fascist groups in Bratislava, Czechoslovakia during the mid to late 1930s. The defensive maneuvers can leave arms and legs broken and larynxes crushed. Number 6. Muay Thai. Known for flying knees and swinging elbows, Muay Thai causes blows that can knock you clearly unconscious and leave you paralyzed. With the correctly positioned high knee, a person could take a blow straight to the temple with intense force. This would leave them knocked completely unconscious and even possible brain damage. A kick to the gut could leave you hospitalized for days and even cause long-term damage. I don't think that's something anyone would want to experience firsthand.
Here we go, Ken Valentine. Oh! What a shot from Wen!
Spinning elbow!
What a turnaround we've had there!
Number 5. Ninjutsu. Ninjutsu is a Japanese martial art designed around warfare and strategy and used by ninjas during feudal Japan. That alone should give you more than a fair warning as to how dangerous and deadly this martial art can be. The methods employed by ninjas who practiced this art were considered dishonorable, and many were hired to do only the dirty jobs of others. The art almost died out during the 19th century, as it was felt that such a dishonorable warrior's way was no longer wanted or needed. However, the secret way was kept by some masters and handed down to create what is now modern ninjutsu. The strategies of the ninjutsu were developed to bring the greatest of pain and harm toward their opponents, and in some cases, no matter the cost. Number 4. Line. Line is the abbreviated name of linear infighting neural override engagement. This lethal warfare technique, accommodating the combination of various martial arts techniques, including judo's classical hip throws, was used by the U.S. Marine Corps throughout the 1990s and is still employed by numerous special forces. What's dangerous about this line of skills is that when you are training for the Corps, you are training for life, death, and war. This means that with the slightest overstep of a thought, things can go from a simple submission into full hospitalization. Succeeded by Marine Corps martial arts program in the recent years, it was relatively inflexible, especially for non-emergent situations such as peacekeeping operations, because its main objective is to end the life of your opponent. Number 3. Escrima. Escrima is the popular Filipino martial art that dates back to the early 1500s during the colonization of the Philippine Islands by the Spanish. Escrima is a very simplified but practical form of combat technique originally designed as a self-defense tool. So this is not a form that is used to generally cause the attack of someone, but these defensive maneuvers offers the user the ability to subdue almost any foe. Escrima is also known by many other names such as Escrima, Arnis de Mano, Kali, and FMA. Brilliantly displayed footwork that is demonstrated in terms of triangles with 2 feet occupying. It moves throughout 2 corners of the triangle and then a step to the 3rd corner. The shape and size of the triangle is dependent on the particular situation. Number 2, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, as it is commonly named outside Brazil, is a tough, grappling-oriented martial arts combative sport that evolved from its earlier Japanese roots in the 1920s in Brazil, and it continued to evolve for many decades after until its present format. This style, though previously established in its native country, became highly popular in the Northern Hemisphere after a series of cage fighting performances from BJJ representative Royce Gracie in the early UFCs, where he battled against competitors from many different martial arts backgrounds in the No Holds Barred tournament, becoming the fighting promotion's first champion. What is so deadly about this form is the intense and relentless holding patterns that can take place once an opponent is on the ground. When an opponent finds themselves on the receiving end of a successful lock, broken arms, legs, neck, and back can all be snapped in an instant.
Anderson Silva looking to choke out Henderson.
Dead is in deep trouble. He's down, man.
Number 1, Kung Fu. Kung Fu is actually the general name for all Chinese martial arts. There are many variations of styles, but they all share the same root: striking your opponent with lightning speeds and unstoppable power. With so many variations of the art, what is known best is the deadly force and the speeds at which the blows are delivered so fast that it's extremely challenging for onlookers to even grasp. It's one thing to study and learn how to inflict immense amounts of damage to another, but it's a totally different situation when you are training your body to be more than just a shell of abilities, but a weapon all of its own. Each movement of your body, hands, and feet meticulously planned to inflict the most pain a person could ever endure, and being done so at speeds that your eyes can't keep up with. This is truly a deadly martial art. From every clear corner of the world, we can see the most deadliest martial arts being practiced. As always, if you haven't already done so, be sure to hit that subscribe button and stay up to date on all of the amazing uploads. Thanks for watching.